You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 132.
132. I'm still Sergeant Segway this week.
Yeah, you forgot what number we
I know you pay attention no
getting
more.
Getting up there. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there. Get your OS merch today.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us.
Yes,
Ralph.
Yes, man.
My guy.
Yes. Back 132. What's going on, bro?
Happy Black History Month.
Oh, yes, sir.
First pot of Black History Month.
Yes,
So,
Black Future Month. Yates said.
yes.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. How you feeling, man? You survived the snowstorm. We survived the snowstorm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to anybody in the Midwest that has been affected by the snow and ice that came down. It was 5 to 6 inches, something like that.
I think it might have been more than that.
It
It was a lot.
Literally, I didn't leave the house for 2 days. 2 days.
Facts. Let's see. I went grocery shopping Tuesday.
That might be the last time you left the house.
Yeah, no, that was 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't leave the house again until Saturday.
Yeah, I left the house Friday, and it was only to go to the gym, which is literally around the corner for me. So that's pretty much it. Man, Mr. Wale concert, they canceled it, so I'll get the money back. But I was really looking forward to the experience because, we live in St. Louis where a lot of rappers like a Wale, not to say he's like, God tier MC, but a lot of those type rappers don't really come here.
Right.
So I was like, I don't get to travel. I'm a Wale fan. I want to go see him.
Yeah. I did see him tweet that he's gonna try to like spin the block and come back and do like 2 nights.
I need that.
2 shows. So
I need that.
Hopefully they'll get that rescheduled soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it, man. I made some chili last week. Like I was stuck in the house, so I couldn't like DoorDash or nothing because I didn't really want people to have to deliver anything to my house because they didn't even.
I don't even tip like that for DoorDash, so I'm not finna. You get the beer minimum,
Hey,
my
man,
boy. You get
listen.
was it $2-3? I tip do that.
Nah,
I ain't doing 5.
Because I mean,
A whole 5?
if I would have
Depending on how close it is, man, you ain't doing 5, my boy.
listen, and I don't blame you. Now, if I would have DoorDashed in the snow like that, then I would have had to,
Oh no, you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta break them off then.
But I didn't I wanted people to be safe, so I just didn't DoorDash nothing. So I made some chilies, baked some chicken, stuff, just to be in the house because I cook when I feel like I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Because I live alone. So it's like, I ain't cooking unless I absolutely have to. Yeah. And this was one of those times I had.
Oh, yeah, definitely make a pot of something. It's just cold outside, too. So
yeah, man.
That chili hit, I bet.
Big facts. But nothing else really going on. I just, here.
Oh, got you. What you watching on TV?
So we talked about this briefly, and shout out to Orson when he was on. He actually brought this to our attention. But it's a show on NBC, I believe, called Grand Crew. It's kind of like the Black Friends, but it's actually really good. So it's a group of like six or 7 friends that come from different backgrounds, that have different occupations and things like that, but they all get together at this wine bar, drink wine, talk about their problems, but then they go off into their own going off into their own lives and stuff like that. So it's actually really good. Kind of corny, but it's actually really good.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
That and of course Abbott Elementary.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying.
Gotta watch. I'm trying to catch that on TV every week just for the
boy.
ratings.
Time out. Did you see when Quinta was on Jimmy Kimmel?
I saw the clip where they like show her teacher.
Yeah.
I almost teared up.
I definitely teared up. Like, it wasn't even a debate. It
was great.
It's because teachers don't understand the impact that they have on us, man.
Yes.
It's just like, and when you have somebody like a Mrs. Abbott, and I could tell, like, she really went with the bullshit. Mm-hmm. And them the teachers you need. Like, them the ones that like pretty much push you. Mm-hmm. You know, the ones that are shy and timid, kind of questioning themselves. And I can tell Quinta was probably like that type of student.
Yeah.
Just by the type of person that she portrays on TV. I see a little bit of that in Shirley Ralph's character, Mrs. Howard. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Nice. Great show, man. That was a beautiful moment. Just seeing her like pure enjoyment. It's like that's a Black history.
Yeah.
Like real talk.
Yeah, salute to the teachers, man. Y'all don't get enough love, man, for real.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the educators.
Facts. Shout out to my mom. She's a retired teacher. Yeah. Almost been a year retired now. So yeah, turn up.
You into the power version? Yes, no, maybe so.
So I don't really care about Tariq and all them, but I did watch episode 1 of Power Book 4, Force. So this is coming from somebody that hasn't watched Power since the series finale of the original Power. I know it's a lot going on in the Power universe.
It is so crazy. You ain't missed a motherfucking thing. Like that. At the end of the day, you ain't missed nothing.
I actually enjoyed the first episode. It's almost like a new origin story for Tommy, kind of. I thought it was a really good episode. Spoiler alert if anybody hasn't watched it yet. I'm just throwing it out there. But the fact I was weak, the fact that he had a black brother, I was dying.
Listen, man, and that's the thing, man. Courtney Kemp, 50 Cent, in the writer's room of Power and the Power universe and Soulchild Intelligence on the daily basis, on a weekly basis. Anytime you watch this show, they write some bullshit. You just like, okay. Like, it's just like, you know what? This is fantasy. It's not meant to be real.
Right.
But at the end of the day, are you not entertained?
Oh, no, I'm thoroughly entertained.
I'm talking about me. Like, when I watch, because you haven't been invested in
I haven't.
I've been watching them shows, and the thing is, I don't go off for them, but I watch them. It's mind-numbing entertainment. Like, that's why I don't even have to go off and tell you that I'm watching this stuff. It's just like, okay, I'm watching my soaps. I'm watching my soap operas.
No, for real. No, seriously.
I'm watching Young and the Restless God and like all that, right?
This is like all of them combined.
Yes.
Except for the joint that had the
guns and drugs.
What's the joint that had the magic in it? Passions?
I don't know that one.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry, you went deep in the bag.
Yep. No, but I don't know. Based off this first episode, I think I'm going to enjoy it. Tommy is not going to end up in LA. He's going to stick to Chicago.
It's so crazy because they fit like what 50 Cent is doing, and we'll get to him later in the show too. What he's doing is very unparalleled, having spinoffs of a wildly successful show, and then you have 4 different spinoffs, and then not to mention the BMF series, and they're all kind of running concurrently. You kind of see the formula just throughout all of them. Like, literally, it was 2 different powers last night. It was the season 2 finale of Tariq, and then the new. So it's like,
damn, is he building up to the Power Defenders?
That what's happening? Look, it's gonna be crossover. Like, it's a lot of crossover too.
Oh my God, that's
so
crazy.
I'm like, look, they bringing back people in Tariq's storyline. I was like, wait. Like, nah. Okay. Oh, let me get to this. Let me get my bars off about this real quick, and then I'm done. Right?
Let's do it.
Okay, so in Power, the original series, you remember Officer Rodriguez? She was like a New York police, and she was investigating the Angela murder and all that stuff.
Yes.
Latina cop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they brought her back in the end of season 2 of Tariq's show as a DEA agent, and now, okay. The wild story is, right, the person that they was working with the whole time, he was a high-level snitch. So I'm like, wait a minute. So Tariq been out of, he's been in college maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. So you telling me she went from working cases as an NYPD detective, and now she's working with the high-level snitch in the DEA? Like that?
Wait.
Like that. No.
Wait. If I recall, now I could be wrong because this has been years.
Yeah.
Whenever her run was over in the original Power series, didn't she like flip something to become a DEA agent? Like, wasn't that her storyline?
Possibly, but still, you getting to work the big case as soon as you get in there.
I
mean, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know how law enforcement works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just. It's like, but you know what? I'm not here to think.
Exactly.
I'm not here to think.
Exactly.
It's just a lot of plot holes like that happens when you watch this show.
That is hilarious. That is too funny.
Woo.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I don't know, man. I mean, you want to go?
Let's do it.
All right,
off the dome. That's hella funny.
Okay, man. I got a simple question. I think you'll enjoy it.
Let's do it.
It's a music question. I saw a recent Corday interview, and he asked a question. Just in a room full of people. He was just like, "Would you rather have a hit or a cultural impact, like a cultural impact type of song?" So, what would you rather have, the hit or the cultural impact song?
I think I'm gonna rock with the cultural impact song, only because I feel like it has a longer shelf life. And the first thing that came to my mind when you asked that question was Swag Surf. Like, it's been sweeping HBCU since we were in college, and today, like, I've been out of college 11 years now, still doing this thing, even to the point now, unfortunately, that it's reached the PWIs. Yeah. So, and I know how you feel about Swag Surf now, but just think about the longevity of that song.
It's weird because when you make a song. I don't think you make a hit. It's obvious. It's obvious what you're trying to do.
But you when you're making your song, it's not obvious if it's going to be like culturally
significant or not. Like, you don't know what you do. You just make a song. Like, they know. Like, I think that's a culturally significant, like a culturally significant track. But I don't think Shawty Lo went in here like, "Hey, this gonna shake up, like this gonna shake up the block." Like,
Mans was in the studio with his people, like, throw that shit on.
Yeah,
in the booth like this.
But when I'm just use like Drake for example, he goes in and I'm just gonna make this song. Like, I'm gonna make Tootsie Slide. Like, we may not personally like it, but it is a hit. You know what I'm saying? So you can make bullshit that, whatever you want, and it's a hit. But I mean, to answer the question, of course I'm gonna say culturally significant track. But I think it's easier to make a hit.
Gotcha. Okay, I see what
it's
you're
like.
saying.
It's just like, if I want to make a hit, and I'm already established, so I can do what already the status quo is. How many of our top tier artists have made songs that were trendy? Million, right?
All of them,
but those are hits. They may not be their best songs, but
they're
hits.
Hits have a formula.
Yes.
Like, you like Ralph said, it's easy to make a hit because the formula is there, especially if it's an artist that has multiple. Like, just repeat the same shit you did before.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
As far as a cultural significant song, like, you never really know. I feel like all right. Like, I don't think Kendrick Lamar went into he made the song, but I don't think he thought it would have the impact like that though.
That's true. That's true. I think he tried that with "I Love Myself" and it didn't hit. And it has an Isaac Brothers flip, which is crazy to say. It just didn't.
Boy, I ain't heard that song in hellas.
And that was on To Pimp a Butterfly too. But We Gonna Be Alright was the one. Though, right?
Big facts.
Okay.
Big facts.
Well,
yeah, man. That's what's up. All right, so for my Off the Dome, I actually saw this question randomly on Twitter. So I want to ask you, who's the best rapper that does not have a classic album?
Busta Rhymes.
Damn it. All right, so I definitely have Busta Rhymes.
Or Jadakiss. Which one you want?
I had both of them.
That's easy.
That was about to be my
my bad.
Nah, you good. All right, well.
Easily. Like, they are legends.
Now, let me ask you this. Would you put Ludacris on that list?
Absolutely not. He has at least one.
Which one?
Chicken and Beer. That's the one I would give him classic status on.
Okay.
I mean, you can argue, like, listen, I can see you saying, like, maybe it was back, like, I think when people get into the Ludacris discography bag, they either would give him Back for the First Time, which is his first studio album, or Chicken. He had one right before Back for the First Time, or you would go Chicken and Beer.
See, it's been a while since I revisited those albums, so maybe I should try to go back and listen. But I don't like, not saying that they're not bad albums by any stretch, but I don't know today if I would give them the classic tag. Now,
well, the thing is, they weren't deemed classic, but I think over time people have appreciated them more than what they were given.
And see, and that's what I'm thinking. Like I haven't
that's why
gone back to listen in a
that's
while.
why I said
so.
I think somebody would give them. But Ludacris, at least the first three. I won't speak to anything after. But I think his deep cuts is what makes his albums the gems.
Facts.
His deep cuts are what's there, for sure. Like I think with like the aforementioned Busta Rhymes and Jadakiss, I think the singles were monstrous. But when you start getting into the meat of those albums, you be like,
yeah. And yeah, that's true. And Busta Rhymes has one album I feel like it's like it borders classic, and that's The Big Bang that came out in 2006. That's a really, really, really good Busta Rhymes album. To me, it might be his best one. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, it's definitely okay. All right, well. Now, I thought I had one with that one. I thought I had one.
I think, hell, how many times we talk about busting Jadakiss on this platform?
What about Fabulous?
Nah, he definitely ain't got no classic. Like I can say that with my chest out. Like somebody might want to debate Jadakiss or Busta, but nah, we ain't doing no, absolutely not.
But he's not, at least out of the three we just talked about, he's not like the best rapper out of those four. I'm saying out of the Busta, Ludacris, Jadakiss, and Fabulous. You gonna put Fabulous over them three?
No, I'm just talking about Ludacris. Like that might be the only one you can go to. Might possibly.
Maybe somebody would really have to like argue me down on that.
That's the only reason is because Ludacris makes better albums. That's the only thing you got.
You don't think Ludacris makes better songs? Nah, I ain't talking hits. I'm just talking songs, period.
Fab know how to make music. Fab just doesn't know how to make albums.
Got you.
Fab is a rapping ass nigga.
I'm not saying Fabulous makes bad songs. I'm not saying that.
But no,
I'm just saying compared to Ludacris.
He's four for sure. But yeah. I mean like I'm just thinking. Like I'm not gonna say Jadakiss, absolutely not. And I'm not gonna say Busta, no. But nah, Luda better. I agree. No, I had to think. I had to sit and think before I just said it. I had to think. Okay. All right, we're cool now.
All right, cool. Bet. But no, that's my off the dome, man. Who's the best rapper you feel has no classic albums? Let us know.
And if you were an artist, would you rather make a hit or a culturally significant track? Let us know. OS Gang, what up? We're here. We got a few topics to discuss. Let's get this one out the way, man, because I think it'll be easy work. It's verses, man. We always start the show with the verses talk. I don't think we get killed unless it's the Neo Soul crowd on YouTube. But going down the day after Valentine's Day on February 15th, we have none other than Musiq Soulchild versus Anthony Hamilton. Johnnie, your thoughts?
I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with everybody that's listening and watching on YouTube. I absolutely have no dog in this fight. I have no clue, like, what to expect. Like, I mean, I love both of their music. I'm not going to say I'm super deep into either one of their catalogs. Just off the top of my head, I feel like Musiq has more and the bigger hits. That's all I got for you. If this Versus was happening in St. Louis, I'd take my girl, like, type shit. Like, I got nothing else. I got nothing else.
Yeah. No, I fools with it, man. Like, this right up my alley, boy. Like, I might put the fedora on this. Like, I'm telling you. Like,
two-step in the living room.
What? Put the cologne and the hard bottles on, baby.
The motherfucking lemon pepper steppers.
Let's go. But, I mean, I definitely get it. If this ain't your bag, this ain't your bag. Like, I don't even need my wife there for this. Like, I'll rock with it by myself. But there's no winner here. There's no winner and loser here, honestly.
Celebration of music.
This is really like one of those, like, we've gotten away from God's grace, man. Versus is not what it used to be. So we tried to do scorecards. The scorecard thing is out. It's out. It's over. It's done.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Especially when you talk about R&B. Like,
what? Okay, so
could you imagine the timeline saying Andy Hamilton is killing this nigga? Like, what? The only way this is a bad versus if it's kind of like what you told me about Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills, right?
Either one of them show up drunk.
I've been told that Musiq Soulchild can show up and funk up a performance.
Okay.
So if he gets on Versus after he talked about he don't get no respect and all this shit, and he want to be a rapper and all that goofy stuff he was saying. Remember that?
I remember that.
Don't blow your bag, my boy, because like this is the thing. Artists like these two, they always go get a bag.
Oh, that's
they forever go get a bag because they're in the right genre. They made music from the soul, no pun intended. Like it's always been here, so they can always perform. They can always hit the chitlin circuit. They can go anywhere from St. Louis to Shreveport over to L.A. back up to Sacramento. They can go anywhere in the world they want to and perform these songs. So they good. This ain't rap.
It's true.
This ain't rap. Like they are good. I am happy.
But it's gonna be funny as hell if one of them end up killing the other one. Like that's gonna be funny.
It's gotta be like.
Be so
well,
funny.
I mean, if you want to be like now, both of them in performance shape. If that's the argument we're gonna use, right? Because I know. Well, shout out to my big bro, man. He was down in DR with his wife, and they Musiq Soulchild was down there, so I know he's in performance shape. Like, I know he's in, and then Anthony Hamilton stay on tour.
I've actually seen Anthony Hamilton in concert. Long story, I got free tickets, but it was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I saw music. Remember when they used to do free concerts on the landing? On the riverfront?
Yeah, for the 4th of July.
I saw music. He came here one year back in 2007. Whew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
This was back in music's heyday too. So this was like he just dropped one of his best albums to me, Loving Music. But he went out there and performed his ass off. But that was back in 07.
Yeah.
2022 now. I don't know what it's like now.
Right.
Because at some point the voice does fade. It does happen.
This is true.
It does happen.
This is true.
But
Anthony Hamilton's hasn't.
Oh no!
I tell you that right now.
Hey man, my boy actually got better over time. Like not to say his voice wasn't never good when he first came out, but you can tell like he still puts out. I mean albums right now. I think music. I can't tell you the last time a music album that I ran to that he dropped. Because after so long, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I for a split second I tried to like think to myself who would win this. It's like
there's no winning. There's no winning.
Yeah.
It's I mean, now personally I think Anthony Hamilton got if there's a winner, I'll say Anthony Hamilton, right?
Really? Interesting.
Off of performance alone.
Oh, okay.
Performance.
Okay.
But if you ask me whose catalog I'm invested in more, I'm gonna say Musiq Soulchild.
Because that's I'm there too. It's just crazy. Like whenever I hear Anthony Hamilton, I just instantly get the taste for some greens. For real.
He got a song called Cornbread Fish and
That's-
Collard Greens. That's what I'm just saying.
Exhibit A.
That's when I say these are both my guys.
Yeah, man.
My pals. I fucks with them heavy.
No, it's gonna be a good one. It's
yeah.
definitely gonna be a good. And I don't think we've had a male R&B. Well, we had Alicia Keys.
Well, Bobby and Keith Sweat.
Oh shit.
I know, right?
Man, does that really?
Essence Fest. Yeah, it counts, man.
Okay,
Come on, I know you're doing it because of Bobby. Don't do Bobby like that. I know that's why you do that. There's Bobby.
Both of them. Because I mean, listen.
Uh-oh.
I don't necessarily think Bobby Brown is in performing shape.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say that. And then Keith Sweat can't.
New Edition, man. They going on tour right now. If they finish it.
Listen, hey.
I went buying tickets to that tour. Like, hey, look, God bless, man. I ain't grow up on New Edition to really want to see him in concert.
Especially not with
No. Because if it was somebody else, I don't know. But I don't want to. I shouldn't just.
Can't do that.
I'm gonna be more respectful to New Edition. I'm just straight. Like
there you go.
I'm straight.
And that's okay.
Because them tickets too high for y'all. I don't know if y'all gonna finish the tour or not.
No, that's real. I didn't even look to see how much the tickets were because I'd never considered going. Because as soon as I heard Poison, I'm gonna get up and leave. So
you don't want to see them.
Sick of that shit, man. I've been sick of that shit for years.
Culturally significant track.
I don't care. I do not care.
Culturally significant
They don't listen. Is it possible for a culturally significant track to wear itself out?
Absolutely.
And that's one.
The Cookout mix, Poison. Before I Let Go, even I was getting tired of it before Beyonce remade it. Nobody asked her to remake it. Swag so we can get the fuck out of here. What else?
No, that Beyonce remake Before I Let Go. I never rock with it.
Nobody asked for it, and I was tired of hearing Frankie Beverly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of them songs. And
now we here. Go for
yeah,
it.
maybe
We here.
sidebar to the sidebar, right? We always social media can make you sick of a song before you've actually heard it, right? Now, you know me, I'm all over these platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on all of them, right? So, your mind's hours, you heard that? Hours and hours?
So, I don't think I've actually heard it, but I see people referencing it all the time.
No, I've heard it in multiple, like, TikToks and things like that and whatever. So, I've only heard that 15 seconds. I never want to hear the song. The song sounds great. Like, I'm pretty sure this young lady was singing her heart out. But I am straight,
That
my
is
nigga.
hilarious.
I never want to hear it. Ever. Ever. Like, I haven't even tried to look it up. It's so crazy because I don't even know the young lady's name, and that's crazy. I wish I knew it because it sounds like she's soulful. It sounds like it's a dope vibe.
Run some shit to the ground, man. We do that with, when I say we, the black community, we do that with everything. Songs, phrases, sayings, anything. Like, we just take it and run with it.
Agreed.
Oh my
man.
God.
It's just it's weird, man. It's just like I don't know, man. But speaking of weird, right? We had Wale, who actually recently pulled out from the Broccoli City Music Festival, which is in his hometown of DC. He didn't say why he pulled out, but you can look at to why. You can look at the reasons and start to formulate your own opinion about it. Now, he had a certain segment of rap Twitter in a uproar because rap Twitter hates Wale. But Johnny,
It's true.
what do you think about this?
So, at first, I didn't know the Broccoli City Festival was in DC. So once I figured that out, I saw the flyer. On the flyer they have like the bigger acts with the bigger font and all that good stuff. I noticed Wale's name was not in the biggest font size. That was weird to me. How can your hometown, home city, and this is my initial thoughts, right? How can your hometown, home city not make you a headliner of a festival that's going on in that city, right? But then I got to thinking. Over the last, let's just say 5 to 7 years, we've had a few festivals in St. Louis, things like that. Not one time did I ever see Nelly headlining.
Okay.
Or if he was included. And sometimes he was never even included in these lineups. 314 Day, March 14th, is a huge day in St. Louis because 314 is the area code. They have concerts for that every year. Not once have I ever seen Nelly headline or Murphy Lee or any lunatic for that matter. So I don't know if it's a money thing. I don't know if it's a you not really popping like that right now type of thing. But Wale just put out a project. Am I not mistaken? So I don't understand why Wale would not be at least a co-headliner at this festival going on in DC.
Okay, let me ask you this. Those names in front of him, should they be in front of Wale?
I looked it up earlier again just to refresh myself. Let's see. We got 21 Savage, Ari Lennox, Lil Durk, Rico Nasty, Jeezy, Larry June, Joyce Rice, Money Long. I'm going to assume.
Just stick to the names that's in front of him. I would just say that.
Definitely not Lil Durk. What? Okay, I can't say definitely not because Lil Durk been on a run as of late in the last how many ever years? I don't know how many. I just know it's been at least 2 or 3. Ari Lennox, arguably one of the best women R&B acts out right now.
Interesting. Okay.
And 21 Savage. I don't think has 21 Savage put out an album recently?
No.
But he been going feature crazy. So now I'm saying all that. So
I know you talk your way around it,
and
I know you want to justify it, but this is bullshit. Like this is my POV on it, right? And I'm excluding my fandom of Wale, but this is his city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody has put on for DC. I just won't say DMV. DC in a rap sense like Wale.
Agreed.
I can't think of any mainstream artist bigger from that city than Wale. He has had 2 or 3 albums in the past few years. So, with songs on them, like "Sue Me" is a big song, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that was one that people tried to turn culturally appropriate. But
culturally,
you know what I mean, man.
appropriate,
Significant, culturally significant. My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like that song. But
You ain't like that? Sue me.
listen, I understand the message, but it wasn't a good song to me. The song itself wasn't. We talked about it when the album came out.
No, we did not. Wow, this is my first time.
We're gonna have to go back because I promise you, I said
didn't.
that.
You
I
know,
100% did.
You was quoting it. That's why
okay.
I was like, "That's wow."
We'll go back. But I was in my mind. I was trying to figure out why these people would not make him a headliner, but.
This ain't
it's
Nelly and 314 Day. Like you talking about Nelly had his heyday 20 years ago. This is not the same thing.
Okay, I mean,
it's not. Like you tell me 21 Savage, Ari Lennox, he ain't put out another album yet. How the fuck? No. Lil Durk, maybe. No. Wale got 10 years of hit, like literally 8. Like he hasn't had a fall off.
I would listen.
But this ain't his festival.
Also,
like that's the other thing. This ain't his. But I can see where he feels disrespected.
No, so I 100% agree with you.
Okay.
I like no BS. Like I agree. In my mind, I'm just trying to figure out or understand why whoever is throwing this festival would not include him as the headliner.
This ain't Coachella. This ain't Lollapalooza. This ain't Rolling Loud. This is
Broccoli City.
I didn't hear about it until Wale got mad.
Oh, that's funny. I think I heard about it maybe once last year, but that's only because one of my shout out to Wes, he was trying to get me to go, but I was like, I don't.
Because I've heard people try to justify this, but I can't see. Let's just say it was Big Crit, right? Big Crit ain't really like. He ain't bigger than certain people, right? But if he was in Meridian, Mississippi, where he's from.
Oh no, they going crazy.
But I'm just saying. So why can't nobody see that for Wale though?
Because you
and
said,
Big Crit ain't had a hit. You know what I'm saying? But this is Big Crit City. So if we throwing a festival and I'm low key can like headline it, you need to let me headline. You didn't get nobody bigger than me. I refuse to let somebody say that 21 Savage, Ari Lennox, or Lil Durk is bigger than Wale. Fuck out of here. Like no, absolutely not.
Like I really want to try to justify this, but I can't. Like I'm really trying my best. 21 Savage or Ari Lennox, okay, I want to at least I want to try to make a case for Lil Durk, but I can't. And the reason I would try to make a case is only because, like I said before, like he's been on a run. But also this is DC. Now, if this festival was in any other city,
like
if
it was a neutral site,
this wouldn't even be a topic.
It wouldn't be nothing to talk about. People would just be like, Wale is there, Wale again,
right?
Wale
and friends, goddamn. Like
no, like let that man. It's like okay, if he pulled out, cool. But it's just the fact that people. I think people and I think social media has given us access to artists where we can openly disrespect them to their face.
No, it's true. That's true.
We can disrespect the fuck out.
That's true.
It's just like for you not to sit here and say that Wale don't deserve that over those artists. Like let's over them. I'm saying over them. I'm not saying if J. Cole was on it, like you kind of have to be there with Cole, like Drake.
Right. Oh no, of course, of course.
It's certain things
of
like
course.
okay, it's levels, right?
Yeah.
But. And people use the hit argument. All right, cool. Kendrick Lamar headlined a day in Vegas. He came out all white, looking like Jesus.
I saw the clip.
All right, then.
I saw the clip.
All right, then. But they ain't his hometown. But then again, it's Kendrick Lamar too.
Yeah.
But Kendrick Lamar ain't had a hit since when? If that's the argument that you use.
What year did Damn come out?
2017.
So since then.
Okay, so we going off of how hot his verse was on the Baby King joint? Smoking on rappers top 5, your top 5.
Hey man,
I'm just saying, like it's like the troll.
Right. So let me ask you this. So Wale actually tweeted. He said never said nothing about headlining. You're not checking the facts. You should probably delete this until you have facts. So what I'm gathering from this tweet is the reason he pulled out is not because he's not headlining. It's a different reason.
Well, that's in response to somebody, obviously, but nah. Wale, it's because you're not here. Like,
yeah, I mean, come on. But my thing, if I'm Wale, why even lie about it?
I don't even know why you had to announce it on Twitter. I just would have been like, I ain't doing it.
Right.
I'd have pulled that shit behind the scenes. Like, you, for all intents and purposes, you are Wale. You are a name. Like, you can just flex. I don't want to do it. Y'all want to play? No, I'm straight.
Do you think from the ashes of this we get Wale Fest?
I honestly, everybody else has been able to do festivals in their home city, like in their hometown. Like, I can't see why he couldn't do it either. Like, you know, you get OVO Fest in Toronto. Tyler does his festival.
Yep. Somewhere in California.
Yeah,
maybe LA. I don't know.
But somewhere,
yeah,
though, right?
Got you. Yeah.
He has a
Dreamville. They got one.
Yeah, they do something. So you can do it,
right? Yeah.
And by him being the biggest artist from DC, the biggest rap artist,
and he has friends because he was going to be performing with
so
friends.
Why not Wale and friends be in front of fucking 21 Savage? Ari Lennox. Like, how many songs do you think Ari Lennox really got for this set, man? Come on, let's give it a.
I really don't.
Let's
know.
give it a big.
I literally have no idea.
I love Ari, man. But come on, man.
I mean, shit. 21 Savage too.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because I mean, unless he get up there and do a bunch of feature verses,
okay.
which I feel like is what a lot of festival artists do.
Exactly.
Bunch of feature verses.
But you talking about Wale, who been popping in his own city and mainstream since 2008.
And I've been seeing clips. From his tour because he's on tour right now. And it's been live. It's been crazy.
I know.
So
I know. I don't say things just to say them. Just like
nah, that's wild, man. I was trying to play devil's advocate.
I
already knew I feel like it's wild that they not letting him headline. So in my mind, it's like, all right, let me try to understand or at least think about why they wouldn't do that, you know. But I can't come up with that. I can't.
I know, man. That's crazy. But speaking of rappers getting their respect, man, we got a rapper being inducted into the Rock N Roll Hall of Fame. We have none other than Marshall Bruce Mathers II. Some may know him as Eminem, being inducted. Well, he's on that fame nominee list.
Yeah.
Johnny, your thoughts?
I'm old, bro. I didn't realize it's been 25 years since his debut album. Cause he's a
99. Yeah.
He's
99.
This is his first year of eligibility, and he's being nominated. So that's dope in itself. So round of applause for. This is great, man. I'm not mad at it. I really like. I don't know. We'll see if he gets inducted. To be nominated is amazing. What?
This your man's, and you said let's see if you
listen. I don't know how this shit work. I don't know.
Okay. This your man.
The inductions are in May.
And you can't tell the story of rap without telling it about Eminem. He's first ballot, clearly. Like, that's not even a debate.
Yeah, I said that. Oh, you mean induction?
You said
induction.
let's see if he gets in. What? He's getting in.
Oh, for I mean on the first ballot though.
Yes, he getting in.
First. Okay, so you say he's first
listen,
ballot inductee.
Listen, man, I listened to Eminem enough. I was a fan. I'm a fan. I mean, I think there's a lot of goofy shit that he be doing, but listen.
Even still now.
Yes, but I ain't gonna sit here and say that this man don't deserve it. On first ballot? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Eminem is a first ballot talent. You know, like I said, you don't tell the story to John without telling about him. He's somewhere in it.
True. This is true. And also there's another hip hop act that has been nominated as well this year, A Tribe Called Quest. I do believe this is their first nominee as well. It's nomination, yeah. Other first time nominees include Beck, Duran, Dolly Parton, Lionel Richie, Carly Simon, and A Tribe Called Quest. So this is their first time, being nominated as well, which is also dope. So
yeah, Tribe is dope. Like, it's just an interesting case when you start talking about those backpack underground types of artists. Not to say they're not worthy of Hall of Fame recognition, but this ain't hip hop Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now if it was hip hop, we talking something completely different. And I'm not sitting there discounting their music either because I love Tribe. You know, I love what they stand for. But I think when it comes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when it comes to rappers, they shoot for those top tier first ballot, no debate, because they put Tupac and Biggie in posthumously. Like, remember we talked about that.
Right.
Then they went and got LL and J.
Yes, yeah, yep. And
then NWA and
Beastie Boys.
Oh, Beastie Boys?
Beastie Boys.
Oh, if Beastie Boys in there, definitely put Eminem. Man, listen, I bump Eminem easily
before
over
Beastie Boys.
Man, what?
Sabotage, you fuck with Sabotage?
And Sabotage was like when they was in the 90s, like when
it was the end of that.
That was like a reach at that point. You know what I'm saying? But fight for your right to party, God bless. But I'm straight. I am good. I will bump Marshall. I am not listening to the Beastie Boys. Absolutely not. I want somebody to try to come at me on that one. You are not listening to License to Ill. I do not care. You are lying. You're a liar. You're a liar.
I didn't say I was listening to it.
Niggas, if it's somebody to say no License to Ill, shut up. You ain't listening to that shit.
No first rock rap.
No, that gets no play.
No play.
Absolutely. I was so serious, bro.
Oh no, it's funny.
Out of
it's
here.
Funny.
No.
Oh my god.
I tolerate Eminem. I will not tolerate that. I will not.
Shit.
Okay, I'm done.
No,
I think I'm good now.
I needed that. That was great.
I'm good, bro.
Okay.
But shout out to Eminem, man, a rapper that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of where you're in the cultural divide on that, Eminem, you can't deny the impact, and you can't deny his legacy, and you can't deny the fact that he's gonna get in first ballot.
Whew, facts. Oh man. That was a good laugh. Shout out to Marshall, man.
Man, shout out to Marshall, man. But speaking of Marshall Bruce Mathers, we got to talk to somebody that was signed to Shady Aftermath. We got to talk about 50 Cent. 50 Cent recently came out and said that he is releasing his next full-length album will be his last album. I'm trying to see if he put out like maybe an album title of any sorts. But it's on it's on Hip Hop DX for anybody that wants to check that out. Johnny, what do you think about 50 Cent saying that his next album will be his final album?
First, I think the album is going to be titled Street King Immortal. I think. Now, that album was originally expected to drop in 2011, but the original
he never did drop that.
Yeah, but from reading this article, he was saying whatever the concept was back then has been like scrapped, and he's like reworking it now. So I think that's what it's gonna be called.
As he should.
Yeah. 50 Cent. Now, with this being your if this is your last album, cool. Like I'm not rushing to listen to it. I'll listen to it, but I'm not going to rush to listen to it. But like we've talked about, I feel like the last few episodes, 50 Cent has been on a complete tear in media. Like we already talked about the Power Universe earlier. Like this man is doing incredible things outside of music. And also from reading this article, he mentioned that with this being his last album, he's not going to stop doing music. It's just his avenue to get new music out will be through his media outlet. So like doing the theme song for the power shows and things like that. So I think that's kind of dope.
It is. That is so crazy.
Right.
It is.
What you thinking about this?
Cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been off the 50 Cent train musically for a while, as most early 2000 artists anyway. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna completely dump on him when I don't listen to 50. I mean, I don't listen to Nelly. I don't listen to Ja Rule. I don't listen to it's kind of like that. And 50 just unfortunately falls into that category. A lot of his music really didn't age well, but that is what it is. But 50 Cent was always a phenomenal talent, a phenomenal rapper. I'm not really running to listen to this. Like, the only reason we even pay attention to the music now is because they're used as theme songs, unfortunately. And that's not to say that those songs aren't good, because you know how much we love Big Rich Town. But maybe it's a love. I mean, that was actually a good song, but I think our love for the show enhanced the love for the song. And I don't think anything. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that either. Hey, it is what it is. Take your poison with it. Right. I love it, but. you know, you doing the song for the BMF series. You doing the song for Raising Kanan, which was dope. Like you doing the Raising Kanan joint, dope. I ain't gonna hold you. And then the joint for Forces, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I only heard it once, so give me a
couple
more weeks.
I actually listened to the whole song
because he dropped a video with it.
Yeah,
because
he
who's
released.
on the song?
It's I think it's Lil Durk and Jeremiah. I want to say.
Oh, got it right here. I'm tripping.
Is it Lil Durk and Jeremiah?
Yeah.
See,
Chicago, Powder, Respect is the name of the song.
Chicago artist. So he could have went and got a Chicago rapper to do the song. He didn't have to do that, but it's easier to keep all that money to yourself. I ain't knocking it, my boy, but that song is okay. I'm not excited for a 50 Cent album, but if it's out there, I'll check it out. But like you said, I'm not knocking anything over. I'm not even downloading it to my phone. I'm just stream it.
I might stream it one time.
I'm gonna literally stream it. Hit play.
Cause when I push random on my playlist, I don't want none of that shit to come up.
So I am good. But no, like we said, 50 has pivoted to, and it's not even say that he was never a bad rapper. But he just pivoted to something that's better. Yeah, like he is a social media influencer / bully. Like he is a executive producer for multiple shows and projects. So he is a complete media mogul, and not to mention his investments in alcohol and other things. Yeah, so.
You know what I can see happening. So I don't know if I don't know if you've seen this, but Grand Theft Auto 5, right? Mm-hmm. Which has been out for hellas, but they just launched an expansion to the story, the online story that includes Dr. Dre and Anderson .Paak. So in this story, the main character, one of the main characters from GTA 5, hooks up with Dr. Dre in the game to like provide him security detail or some shit. But with that, Dr. Dre has released 6 new songs for the game specifically. And with that, they've also released those songs onto streaming services. So I can see 50 Cent doing something similar in the future with other video game properties. And Rockstar Games just announced that they are working on GTA 6. So maybe there's something in there for that. So we'll see what happens with that. So I think that's dope.
Oh no, it's dope. Leverage your power, no pun intended, into other things that can make you money. Right. You know what I'm saying? But do you think this is going to actually, build up anticipation for his music?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No. Do you mean for this album or just his music in general?
Just in general.
Nah, probably not.
Okay. And then you announcing and then let's get into this bag. Like rappers announcing their last album.
Just like them announcing their retirement. Why?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? Like it's not going to make us go in droves to buy this CD. We gonna stream it. We gonna listen to it. All right, cool. God bless. Like I think T.I. said his next album's gonna be his last two. And you're talking about another artist whose heyday was the early 2000s. Yep. So it's kind of like, okay,
that's dope.
All right, cool. Like, nobody asked you, but all right,
right. And it's not like people have been asking for another 50 album.
No.
So
and that's the other thing though. Like we can take T.I. out of that bag. I think it's a segment of people that will go listen to a T.I. album right now in comparison to just like, oh, T.I. drop, I'll listen.
Yeah, right.
But 50 Cent drop, like, because this is the thing with 50. And now, listeners, correct me if I'm wrong. You correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if 50 has ever gotten introspective like that in his music.
Not that I can recall.
Not that I can recall. And 50 Cent has had a lot of personal stuff. I would imagine that has happened to him, like, his estranged relationship with his oldest child, him being a father. His son is like, I think his youngest is like maybe 4 or 5. I'm not sure. But, you could put that in your music. Yeah. Why you still, I don't know. It's like you're trying to recreate Get Rich or Die Trying all over again every time you make an album.
Right.
So instead of being introspective, because we know you can rap 50, but we know that's not your life anymore. And we yearn for introspection from our older rappers now, right?
Definitely.
Like we get it from Nas, on damn near every project he do now. Like Jay's last full-length project was that. I think Ross has even gotten to those bags. Jadakiss, the album that we really didn't like, but he had some introspection. No, Ignatius, he had some introspection on there. So the rappers that we grew up on and aged with, like they get into an introspective bag, and I haven't heard that from 50 Cent. Now I could be off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Well, from what I can recall, no.
Okay.
And it's like, what else would 50 have to rap about now? Because he's not in that life no more. Ain't nobody trying to kill him.
Right. And then I was just saying, what you gonna do? Rap around boardrooms? Like, man, me and Courtney couldn't.
Like, fam, you was just on The View. Like, or you about to be on The View?
Right,
Like, what you about? Come on, man. No, we can't do that no more. we can't.
I was just saying. So it's like in that way, it's just like, okay. So if I know I'm not getting that, or at least alluded to it, why would I even run to listen to your album at your big age?
Yeah. Now, it'll be crazy. So this album comes out. It's straight whatever. In the future, he starts doing more theme songs for TV shows. He hooks up with whatever video game. He puts out fire singles. Do you think that?
Well, that's his life now. That's because like he would drop music. The last 50 album that I listened to was Animal Ambition, and that was the only reason was because that was the ending song used at the end of Power Season 1.
Gotcha.
And that song was fire. Like that was 2011. That's 11 years ago.
That's hella ago. That's hella ago.
So you sit there telling me like if I can barely remember that album, and then the only song I remember was Animal Ambition because that was fire.
The end of Season 1 of Power was 11 years ago.
It was 2011 when the first season came out.
That's crazy.
Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe, no, it wasn't 2011. I'm wrong on that year.
Hold up, all this technology.
It might have been 2013 or something like that.
That's still hella ago. 2014?
Okay, 2014. Oh, so see, okay, 2014.
Still hella ago.
8 years ago.
Still hella ago. That's crazy. That's nuts.
I don't know if I really want to listen to
Listen, shout out to 50. When the album come out, if it's okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But I got nothing else for you, bro.
Probably.
I got nothing else for you, bro.
I'm just saying.
Continue your media empire, man.
Exactly.
Because that's dope as hell.
Respect, right? Well, speaking of empire, right? Somebody is mad at the empire. Mad at MCU, man.
Did they strike back?
Straight mad. He is hot. But no, Channing Tatum recently came out in an interview and came and said that he was traumatized, that he doesn't even watch MCU films anymore. Now, if anybody, let's give a little backstory, a little context to this story. He was rumored, well, no, he wasn't rumored. He was actually casted to play Gambit, X-Men character in a solo film, and that film has never seen the light of day. God bless the executives at Fox. They fumbled that. Johnnie.
For real, though.
Your thoughts on Channing Tatum saying that he doesn't watch MCU films?
Man, when I first saw this headline and read this story, I really couldn't take this serious. Like, fam, you were really traumatized because they didn't let you play Gambit. Like, I imagine as an actor that you get rejected for roles a lot.
Yeah.
So I would imagine he would be.
But no, he was actually casted.
Okay, people get casted. People shoot pilots and shit, and that shit don't ever get picked up.
But this is the thing, though. It was like I swear, it was like a ET, like Entertainment Tonight type photo shoot, right? It was like the new Fantastic Four, the new X-Men, and Channing Tatum in a Gambit t-shirt. I swear. So if everybody else movie got to come out in mine, I'll be a little salty too, just a little bit. Johnnie,
let me. Okay.
I'm talking about for him. Like I don't really care about if the film came out. I'm just talking about how I would feel.
So
I was in the photo shoot with them.
So
I was in there shooting in the gym with them.
So I hear what you're saying, and so after I got my initial laughs off because I thought this was some BS.
Yeah,
I understand that. No, I understand that. So it's like, fam. I was casted. We had a director, probably had a script or at least half a script. Like, shit was going to happen. So, and he talks about how much he loves the character just in general, period. So to be able to bring, as an actor, I imagine being able to bring one of your favorite characters, whether it's comic books or novels or whatever, bring that character to life, I imagine you're emotionally invested in that. So for this movie to not come out because the Fox and Disney merger happened and this movie kind of fell by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand somewhat the trauma. I get it somewhat. But fam, you not watching no other Marvel movies because of it?
Hey man. Hey, listen. Fuck them as a staff, record label, and crew.
Listen,
Fox hired me. I was ready to go.
Man, this type of shit happen to artists all the time.
Yeah, and you see how they be like, fuck the record labels.
No,
we listen to Joe Budden all the time. We'd be like, man, he mad at the record labels, right? For the same reason. You weren't they guy. So when they acquired said company, you weren't they guy. And I'm so happy that they did. I'm on both sides of it. Like I'm
okay, so if I recall, whenever this news, because I think we was podding whenever this news initially hit, right? Channing Tatum is goofy, like as a person.
No,
as a person.
I got you.
I don't want to see him play a comic book character.
Listen, I have no dog in. I'm just arguing about the principle. I don't care about Channing Tatum really playing Gambit. It's the principle I'm arguing against. That's all I'm arguing about.
Magic Mike, get out of here.
The principle. That's all I got for you. But it's like this. When they said he was playing them, I was like, absolutely not. Like, Gambit, low-key, is my favorite X-Men character.
And I remember you saying
just
that.
off of his portrayal on the actual cartoon. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's a smooth nigga. I like him. I felt like he was the closest thing to a black guy. I was like, he's Cajun. From New Orleans, he's Cajun. So I get why I can see, like, I would actually kick it with Gambit.
Right.
Like, I actually kick it with that guy. So, that's funny. For the live action rendition, and then for him to just get a solo film off the jump, like they just like, all right, we giving Gambit a film, and it didn't go through. I'm like, ugh. But I'm happy that it wasn't him because I don't see him having that type of flavor. If that makes sense. Like to bring that character to life. I actually like the guy that they did in that horrible X-Men film, like the Wolverine. I actually thought that was like one of the small highlights of a bad film.
You talking about the one where they had
Gambit in there.
Damn it! It's the one that had Deadpool in it.
Yeah, the trash Deadpool.
Yeah. That, okay.
Like, I mean,
I remember now.
I like him. Like I like that guy.
Right. Why didn't they just cast him?
But I mean, then again, you're going. It always ties back to arguments that we have on this platform. Do you need a big name actor to sell something that's already going to sell, like a Gambit film?
So my thing is, I don't know if a Gambit film itself would sell itself.
I don't think so either. But
so in this instance,
well, this is the thing, right?
You might need that.
Fox, whoever started the X-Men franchise, Fox, right?
It was Fox, yeah.
They messed up by making Wolverine the central point of the films. And it just so happened that Hugh Jackman knocked it out the park.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody that knocks, like, I know X-Men, I mean, Wolverine was never the leader of the X-Men.
Right.
Now, has he had solo stuff? Has he been able to do his thing? Yes. Yeah. But he's not the leader. But they've made, it's like they made a movie where Hugh Jackman, Wolverine was the central character no matter what the storyline was.
Right.
And then they made Cyclops like a third wheel to him and Jean Grey.
Which is nuts because Cyclops was the leader at one point.
And he was married to Jean?
Yes.
Like, so we was cheering for Wolverine the Dirty Mac the whole time.
Basically. Basically. So, yeah, man. Listen, man.
But as a...
traumatized to the point where you didn't want to watch no other Marvel movies?
Like, if them, like, okay... but
like exactly, like you can't even get the shit out.
Man, fuck them. Like that's how I feel. Fuck them. They stopped my bag. You don't know it could have been a Gambit. It could have been a whole trilogy.
You really think Channing Tatum would have been able to carry a Gambit trilogy?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No, but you didn't give me my chance.
Man, you don't need a chance.
How many Super?
They finna make Magic Mike 3. His ass will be alright. He will be fine.
How many? I was just saying, how many superhero flops they had before? Let me have my flop.
Fox? Oh, yeah.
Let me have my flop. Green Lantern, let me have my flop. Goddamn. Wolverine, like, they gave Wolverine, how many Wolverine solo films was it? Three.
And Logan was fired,
though. The first two was trash.
It's true.
So, you kept like you kept letting him play it. Like, I mean, but he played the character well. The stories wasn't good. But we don't know. It could have.
Nah.
How many times we seen a trash movie where the story was good and the acting was bad?
Have we seen that in superhero movies though? Where the plot was good,
off the dome,
but
right.
the acting was bad. Plot good,
like okay,
acting
well,
bad.
not that. Not everybody's acting, but I think like
the
main character.
Yeah,
because the main character.
Shit, Matrix Resurrections.
That's the one I'm saying. That's the one that's at the forefront. I was like, woo. Like, I see what you were trying to do, but this acting is horrible.
Oh my god, that's funny. Listen, man. Channing, first, that's a wild name. He'll be alright. He fine. Go therapy. That's what we tell everybody else. Forget that. I don't care. Forget that. This is stupid.
Johnny, if you had got hired for a job, right? And they done showed you the office. They showed you how much, we got you.
The difference,
and then they pull it back from you. How do you feel about the company?
The difference between me and Channing, and they ain't gonna pull it back from me.
They pulled back Channing. He a B-list actor. B-list. No, I ain't say A.
Damn,
I said B.
Don't mean nothing to me.
Supposed to say it, bro.
Nah,
bro. He was there. He was in the photo shoot. Like it's one thing to be announced. No, they started to roll out. That's the. They started to roll out, bro. They had to roll out. Like he was legitimately in a rollout. And they was like,
they rolled his ass back.
And then I guess because the Fantastic Four didn't do well. They was like, you know what? But right after Fantastic Four, I think that's when the stuff with
that Fantastic Four movie was not bad. The one with Michael B. Jordan.
It was a little grittier. It was grittier. It was.
I think that's what people didn't like about it.
It's better than Silver Surfer. I actually enjoyed the first one. As cheesy as it is, I enjoyed it. I ain't saying nothing about nothing. I got you. But that second one, get that the fuck out of here. That Silver Surfer joint was horrible.
I got nothing for you.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing for you.
Thought you might have liked it. I know.
I mean, so I enjoyed it for what it was. Like that's the first time I've ever seen Silver Surfer like in live action. So I thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if somebody want to argue that it wasn't a good movie, I mean, I'm not gonna rebuttal it. Like I got nothing for you.
It was a lot going on
there. Yeah, but I thought the joint with Michael B. Jordan, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a decent take on those characters. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but Channing, your ass be alright. Be alright.
I'm with you, my boy. Fuck Marvel.
Listen,
fuck them guys, man.
Man, if you done missed out on Infinity War, you missed out on all the shit.
Hey man, hey man, you can watch
it.
If
he really upset like that, he just would have skipped the X-Men movies, not the MCU shit.
He just said Marvel because Marvel messed up the bad.
So if he say Marvel, I'm encompassing everything that Sony, Fox, and Disney own.
Well, that was
because he was only part of the X-Men universe.
Well, that was before. Johnny, I'm not arguing with it. I'm just saying, like, I'm with you, bro.
This
like,
shit just man, this shit trash, bro.
Fuck him. I'm telling you, I'm with you. I'm with you, Channing.
That's hella funny.
Man, OS Game, man, we have reached the end of the docket. If you couldn't tell, we are having a lot of fun here on episode 132.
Fucking Channing Tatum. Fuck out of here. Listen, man, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us this long. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back next week. And then if you're on audio, we're about to get into OS Song of the Week.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.